And hello Arnav. Are you reading the book? You have to send me audio clip. Didn't you send me the audio clip of reading first lesson? Now in this session we are going to read the second topic, that is skipping shoes. You have to listen carefully, put your fingers on the words which I pronounce. Now open the textbook on page number 21. Our second topic, that is skipping shoes. Let's start the reading. Listen carefully. Once there was a girl named Kitty. She didn't want to do what people asked her to. Instead, she grumbled, "I won't and I can't." One day, she was given a pair of shiny new shoes and barely had Kitty put them on when her mother called. Kitty ran and told the cook to make a pie for dinner. "I don't want to," whined Kitty as usual. But the shoes gave one jump and swept her downstairs into the kitchen. Breathless, she gave the message and stared at the shoes. Their bright buttons seemed to wink at her. Just then, her father said, "Kitty, go to the post office before school and get my letters." "I can't," started Kitty, but away went the shoes, trotting quickly down the street. "I will take these horrid shoes off soon as I get home," said Kitty to herself. As she took the letters. Soon she came to a bridge where she wanted to stop and watch a boat, forgetting school and her father's letters. But the shoes went on walking, although Kitty held on to the railing as hard as she could. Finally, she gave up and found herself walking home swiftly. Now turn the next page. Back home, Kitty found that as hard as she tried, the shoes just wouldn't come off. "Time for school," called Mama from upstairs. Before she could say "I won't," the magic shoes whisked her off to school. At break time, a girl knocked down the house of corn cobs she had built and made her angry. "Now I will kick yours down, Dolly." Up went her foot, but it didn't come down. It stayed in the air as if she were going to dance. The children laughed and finally she said to Dolly, "Never mind, I will forgive you." Then the foot went down and Kitty understood how the shoes worked. They were cooperative when she was kind and good, but stubborn when she wanted to be naughty. To check this, when one of the boy's ball bounced over the hedge, she said kindly, "Perhaps I can get it for you, Willie." The shoes lightly lifted her over the high hedge. "How could you do it?" cried the surprised boy. Kitty laughed and began to dance, pleased that there was a good side of the shoes after all. She twirled and twisted with pretty airy bounds, her feet bewitched. The girls were charmed and tried to imitate her, but no one could, and she danced till the bell rang. When Kitty reached home, her sister said, "Run and pick some strawberries for lunch." "I'm too tired," but the shoes landed her in the middle of the strawberry bed with one jump. Once the dish was filled, Kitty wanted to stay and eat a few strawberries, but she was zipped away into the dining room. It's delightful to have a quick earned girl, said her mother. Will you carry a few bundles to some poor people later? Must I? Sighed Kitty, while the shoes trapped under the table, reminding her that she must whether she liked it or not. It would be kind, but you may do as you choose, replied Mama. Kitty sat very still. She was deciding whether she should go pleasantly or be whisked away against her will. She finally said cheerfully, I will go, Mama, and later may I come back through fairyland, the place where tall ferns grown in the forest. Students, remaining lesson we will read in next session. Thank you.